This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hold on to your panties. The party is about to begin.
I can hardly wait.
I love this show. Check 1, check 2, check 3.
Are we ready?
Check 4.
You know what? Enough talk. It's showtime. It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I have a point too.
Make your point.
You're a doctor and mom's a lawyer. And you're both successful and everything, and that's...
We're going to start over, okay? We're going to start over. Can we start over? We're going to start over. We call that in the business a false start. Hit it.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
Hey, I'm here for the big show.
This guy, Todd, does he make you laugh?
He's funny.
He's amusing sometimes.
It's kind of a big show.
Okay, boys, hit it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I have a point too.
Make your point.
You're a doctor and mom's a lawyer. And you're both successful and everything, and that's great. But maybe I was born to be a regular person and have a regular life. If you weren't a doctor, I wouldn't love you less because you're my dad. And so instead of acting disappointed because I'm not like you, maybe you can just accept who I am and love me anyway because I'm your son.
Theo, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I am your father. I brought you in this world, and I'll take you out.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Had to restart the show because that's a poignant scene from The Cosby Show. Starring, of course, Bill Cosby. We all know what happened there. But Malcolm-Jamal Warner, he died today. I mean, it's shocking. He was 54 years old. And I think the thing that was most shocking to me was that over the weekend, my wife and I, we were watching reruns of the show Suits. And one of the seasons, one of the characters, I won't get into all the gory details, but one of the characters was in jail. And the jail psychologist was played by Malcolm-Jamal Warner. And he pops on the screen, and I turn to my wife. I say, wait a second, isn't that? Because this is her show. She really likes that. I'm not a big fan, but I was in the room, and I said, isn't that Malcolm-Jamal Warner? He was Theo Huxtable. We were just talking about him in our house. And then today I see that yesterday, while he was in Costa Rica, he was on a vacation with his family. He was swimming in the ocean. And according to reports, he got pulled out by a strong current out deep into the ocean and drowned. They were able to pull his body back in, but I guess when rescue crews got there to the beach, he was gone. So, wow, shocking and so sad. And he was on that Cosby Show was huge. It was huge. It kept NBC in business. It really did for a number of years. And then he was in some other shows after that, making different appearances and all kinds of different things. If you could go look on his IMDb page and you'll see all the stuff that he was in. But he also won Grammys for a spoken word poetry album. Man. Just so sad that Malcolm-Jamal Warner dies at the age of 54. Way too soon. He leaves behind a wife and a daughter. Man, oh man, that's rough. But as we move on, man, that's just it's the way things go sometimes. It's unfortunate. Tonight on the show, we're going to talk about there was a Fight Club. You remember Fight Club, right? You don't talk about Fight Club, but there's an area in New York, Long Island, that has had not one, but two fight clubs uncovered. And I started thinking about this after I saw this story, that people anymore are so angsty, right? There's a lot of rage in the world. I just wonder, are there more underground fight clubs that we don't know about? And would anyone be daring enough to talk about it here on the show? Maybe you know of a secret fight club locally. I'm not saying there is. I'm just wondering out loud. Because let's admit it. I mean, people are a little feisty right now. They have been for a bit. So maybe there is. I don't know. We got some Florida man, Florida woman stories. We've got a current events quiz. And tonight, this is great. Next Tuesday night down at Riverbend Music Center, Cyndi Lauper. She's on her farewell tour. She's going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this fall, and she's going to be at Riverbend Music Center. So coming up after 5:30, we're going to do a current events quiz, and you can win those tickets. First, we got cars crashing into buildings. Got to get you an update here.
In local news, a spectacular car crash.
House.
Well, I had a number of people share this with me on Friday late after the show. This happened in Sydney, which is part of our listening area. We have lots of listeners up in Sydney. It turns out that there was a SUV that crashed into a CVS store. Happened around 5:10 p.m. on Friday. Now, the show was on the air. I guess if somebody was up there driving around, listening to the show and saw that, they could have called. They could have called and given us a firsthand report. But I guess it was an elderly man, and he crashed his SUV into the CVS a little bit after 5. There are pictures of it. He was taken away on a stretcher. No word on his condition. Hopefully he's okay. But that counts. Number 60 for the year. Number 60 if you're keeping track of cars into buildings here in the Miami Valley. And then these other two aren't in our area, but I wanted to mention them because they're remarkable in different ways, but they're both, the stories are weird. This first one took place in San Jose, California yesterday morning. And maybe some of you have seen this. You remember this gentleman, he was an NFL player, Pat Tillman, and right after 9/11, he quit the NFL and he joined the Army. And then went to Afghanistan and Iraq and the whole deal. He was killed by friendly fire, and this was a big story. The death of Pat Tillman in 2004. Well, he has a brother named Richard Tillman. And over the weekend, he was arrested for crashing his car into a post office that resulted in a fire that apparently burned this post office to the ground. Richard Tillman, he's 44. He was booked into Santa Clara County Jail on suspicion of arson. And according to police, he even live streamed it. Now, no word on whether he was impaired at the time. But if he was live streaming it, it sounds like maybe it was intentional. Cops also say that there were spray painted words on the outside of the building. It's not clear whether they were connected to the incident. So, wow. Somewhere online, I bet there's video floating around of him live streaming, crashing his car into a lobby of a post office. Crazy. And then the second one, this was in Germany. This happened on Sunday. Police in northwestern Germany said several people were injured when a car veered off a road, hit a 7-year-old boy who was jumping on a trampoline, and then went flying into a barn. Police said the car first collided with a parked vehicle, busted through a hedge, drove into a yard where it hit the boy who was on the trampoline. Then the car went over uneven ground, and it apparently catapulted into the air, ending up crashing into the roof of a neighboring barn 10 feet off the ground. Holy cow. Then I saw pictures of this. The driver was identified as a 42-year-old man. His wife was also in the car, and 2 sons and a 13-year-old other passenger. So the car was full. And Dad lost control, and holy cow. Images from the scene showed rescuers cutting through the roof and wreckage of a playground that the car ran through. The car had to be removed from the roof by a crane. Holy cow. That is crazy. That is crazy. And somebody sent me a story a couple of weeks ago, and I can't remember where it's at. I feel like it's someplace out west, where a building that is sort of below a cliff area where there's a road has been hit like 3 or 4 times from the air. From the air. Like cars going off the cliff and then crashing into the building. You need to move the road there or move the building. Just an idea. I wouldn't keep rebuilding the building. But man, oh man, crazy times out there.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Come it up, folks.
Double D.
H. Oh, double L.
T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All right. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a good weekend. I'm sunburned. Season 2 of the Dukes of Hazzard. Happy birthday, Dennis. Really? Stu, I never gave you a call and I suck. Yeah, I'd love to chat with you. We can talk. I got your number on my phone. Let's see here. Yeah, I got you. Well, I will. I promise I'll give you a call. In fact, are you free? Can I call you tonight? Maybe on my way home from the show? You gonna be around after 7? Yes, I need to do a cameo. This is the man who had a tree fall on him. All right. I'll give you a call. I got 2 mobile numbers for you. I'm not going to give the full number, but 424-673. I don't know why I have 2. I don't know. Maybe one's your business number. Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Harvard is suing the Trump administration over federal funding cuts. We'll have more at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Come on, back to the show. The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
How's that ice cream?
Oh my goodness, this ice cream here is so good. All this excitement has got me jonesing for some ice cream.
Want some ice cream right now, man?
Definitely devoured that ice cream.
Want to go get some ice cream? We'll have so much ice cream, we'll never stop puking. This is that ice cream?
The only good thing about being wounded in the buttocks is the ice cream.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, I'm excited about this. We started talking about it on Friday. Mark your calendar, Sunday, August 3rd, 2 to 4 p.m. It is the first of what I hope will be many Evening Edge ice cream socials. This is exciting. I love this idea. The first one is going to be held at Airline Dairy Cream. That's in Vandalia. Now, I mentioned them a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday. My wife and I stopped by there. Had a couple of cones and really, really dug it. And I mentioned it on the show. And through people that listen, the owner was contacted, and she reached out and said, hey, you want to do something? And here we are. Here we are. So Sunday, August 3rd, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. They're on North Dixie. They're in Vandalia, the Airline Dairy Cream. And in fact, Mary and I stopped there again yesterday. We may have a problem building. It's so good. It's so good. It's soft serve ice cream, and that to me is just the best. But yesterday was National Ice Cream Day, and they were celebrating with $1 cones. You can't go wrong with that. So we drove out there for that, and we also had some cheese curds, which were also very yummy. So if you'd like to come out, make your plans. Sunday, August 3rd, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We'll have some Evening Edge prizes to give away. We'll have some, I believe, some gift certificates there from the Airline Dairy Cream. And it's just a fun time for you to come out. I mean, you got to buy your own ice cream. I'm not going to foot the bill for this. Come on. But it'll be a fun time, and you get to hang out with a couple of, hopefully many, not a couple, many Edgeheads. And yes, Jim on the live stream. Yes, maybe we should have an Evening Edge beer and bourbon special social. That would be cool.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Clint, we might have to put you in a cage for that. Hey, Sierra. I just saw a WHIO news alert that said it was an F1, an EF1 tornado, just so you know. Yep. Nate, yeah, we've done that before. We called them evening edge happy hours. It's it's something our sales department sells. But I think we've only done maybe a handful of them. I'd love to do more, but I'm going to be booked pretty solid during the fall. On Fridays, I'm going to be doing my show live out at local high schools for Friday night football. So that'll be exciting. I think it's it was the one in Clark County. Yeah, the Northridge was EF1, and the Northampton was an EF0. Ian, I'm going to tease for the current events quiz coming out.
Don't hesitate to call.
You call me. You better call me.
Damn it, get me a phone.
Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I've got a current events quiz, and we have tickets to give away for Cyndi Lauper. She's on her farewell tour. She'll be at Riverbend Music Center next Tuesday night. If you'd like to take the quiz and win those tickets, be the fifth caller, 937-457-1290. We'll get you on the air, and you can take the quiz. This Friday from 11 to 1, I'm going to be broadcasting live from the My USA Credit Union in Moraine. It's located 3115 South Dixie Drive. And we'll be live 11 to 1. We'll have some prizes to give away. They're also going to be grilling out hot dogs. Woohoo! Free hot dogs. So if you're in the area, maybe for lunch, swing on by. Would love to see it. You can find out all the great things that My Credit USA, now a sponsor of the Evening Edge, My USA Credit Union can offer you. They are your best financial friend. So join me on Friday, 11 to 1 at My USA Credit Union. Over the weekend, we had that crazy bad weather. This happened on Saturday. And you just heard Sierra talk about it in the news. I just got a WHIO alert that they have determined, the National Weather Service, that the tornado that touched down in Northridge there in Clark County was an EF1. That happened around 9:35 p.m. And then earlier, around 8:15 in Northampton, there was an EF0. And there was some damage with both of those. And there were a lot of questions. People were a little upset. I saw this on WHIO's Facebook, that there were no alerts sent. And the thing that you have to remember, and a lot of people don't, they don't know how it works, is that the only way a tornado warning is going to be issued, or a watch, or a thunderstorm watch, or anything weather related, if there's a watch or a warning, it's going to have to come from the National Weather Service. The meteorologist in Storm Center 7, they don't have the authority to issue that. So they can't issue it. Even though they might see something on the radar, they're not allowed to issue that. It only gets issued if the National Weather Service does it. So the National Weather Service on Saturday evening did not issue any tornado warnings. And there's reasons as to why. You can see a story about it on WHIO.com. But, your irritation or anger should not be directed at our meteorologists, because they're not the ones who can issue those warnings. So there, just you can inform yourself. Go to WHIO.com and look at the story. Nick Dunn talks about it and what may have occurred and why nothing was issued. But that's the story there. All right, we got, let's see, who do we got? We got Rob and Troy. Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Great.
Welcome to the show. You want to take the current events quiz, I see?
Yes.
Let's get it going here.
Oh, my God. Listen, everybody. It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Sponsored locally by Titan Graphics.
All right, Rob, you are playing for a pair of tickets to see Cyndi Lauper at Riverbend Music Center next Tuesday night. She's on her farewell tour, and in fact, she's going to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame later this fall. So that's what you're playing for, Rob. Now, Rob, do you know how to play the current events quiz?
No.
You do not. All right. Well, this is very, very easy, because we only want winners on this show, no losers. I'm going to give you 3 questions, 3 possible answers, either A, B, or C. Rob, the answer is always C.
Okay.
You got it? It's very simple, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
Sounds
is.
Good.
All right. Now, all of the questions tonight, Rob, have to do with naked guys.
First, we both get naked.
Let's get naked.
Why are you naked? I didn't know you were naked.
He saw me naked.
I think we should get naked.
Be naked.
I am naked.
All right, here's question number 1. Cops in New York City say they arrested a man after A, he tried to board a ferry wearing nothing but a bucket hat, B, attempted to climb the Statue of Liberty, or C, took a stolen boat for a joyride on the Hudson.
I'll go with C.
You got it. And I saw pictures of him being cuffed and taken away. He looked very proud. Here's question number 2. A naked 28-year-old American was arrested in Bangkok after cops found him, A, singing Michael Bolton's big hit, Love is a Wonderful Thing, naked at a karaoke bar, B, swimming with the dolphins at the Bangkok Zoo, or C, stuck in a sewer pipe and babbling incoherently.
C, sewer pipe.
You got it. I think he was on vacation and was having a really good time. All right, here's question number 3 for the big win. Cops in England arrested a naked man last week after people reported seeing him A, sitting in a cafe enjoying tea and crumpets, B, riding a horse through Piccadilly Circus, or C, wildly running through a roundabout and attacking cars.
D.
You got it. Yeah, I'm sure that was a sight to see there in England, because they're very uptight over there, but not this guy. Congratulations! You are the winner. Hang on the line. We'll get your details and get those tickets to you, okay?
Great, thanks.
There you go, and that's how you play the current events quiz. Our telephone number is 937-457-1290. All right, here's this crazy story about Fight Club. A Fight Club in Long Island. And it caught my attention because, I'm sure that there were other kids that did this maybe back in the day. I'm sure there's some that do it today. But when I was in elementary school, no, I think it was more junior high, 7th, 8th, and 9th at Ferguson Junior High, which is now, I think, I don't know I think it's for the freshmen, but at the time in Beaver Creek, it was all junior high. We actually had a secret fight club. Now, it wasn't a fight club where we were, bare knuckle fighting and beating the living daylights out of each other. It was a boxing club, but it was a boxing club that we did in back a friend's house, his backyard. He had boxing gloves, and every once in a while after school, we just go back there and beat the living daylights out of each other. Oh, it was great fun. I don't recall that we called it Fight Club, but we didn't talk about it. But this particular story has to do with a swim club in Long Island. Cops there, again, Sunday night, busted up a clandestine fight club that resulted in 13 arrests. Cops there responded to reports of gunshots near an aquatic center. Now, see, this is where the fight club crosses the line. You can't have guns at a fight club. Then it becomes something else. You can't have weapons at a fight club. A fight club is a fight club. That's it. Cops say during the chaos, a participant fired blank shots. So it was a gun, but not real ammo. But two teenagers were injured. Most of the arrests were teenagers between 16 and 20. But they say this is the second time that police in the area have broken up a fight club. Now, of course, Fight Club was a book, and then it became a movie starring Brad Pitt. A very violent, graphic film and book for sure. But that's interesting. And I wonder, and I said this at the beginning of the show, we live in a time where people are very angsty. There's a lot of rage out there. I think that's why we see more road rage now than we ever did before. I mean, people are always flipping the bird if you did something wrong, but now it's like off the hook. People are nuts. I bet that there are more secret fight clubs out there that cops don't know about. There could be secret fight clubs here. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just a crazy world we live in, right? 937-457-1290 is our number. This Friday night, I am going to be out at the Celtic Festival down at Riverscape. Now, I'm going to do the show until 7 o'clock, and then I'm going to zoom on down there. And believe it or not, WHIO has a stage. That's right. We have our own stage, and there's going to be live music playing on that stage. Now, there's multiple stages at Celtic Fest, and it starts Friday. It runs through Sunday. This is probably, I'm going to step out here on the limb here and say that this is probably, I would say, the biggest downtown festival for sure. I mean, they get close to 90,000 people coming through there. during a weekend. There might be other big festivals for sure, but this is probably the biggest, 100%. But I'm going to be there introducing bands on the stage and hanging out. So if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, the Celtic Festival might fill that need. And actually, there's going to be some folks here from the Celtic Festival on Wednesday for Wing It Wednesday. And I'm hoping, I reached out to them today. They were going to be on, and I said, let's just do the whole hour. So instead of just coming in at 6:30, why don't you come in at 6? I mean, we're one of the big sponsors, so they might as well get that extra airtime. So Celtic Festival this weekend down at Riverscape.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
not bored with P. I've been talking. I talked to you during the show.
Easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Millions of above-ground pools are being recalled in the U.S. We'll have the latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
All right, we got to get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So I got to give a shout out to one of our Edge heads, Captain Scurvy. He's always on the live stream. He's a bit of a nut, but he's a comic book guy. Likes old comic books. I was sort of into comic books a little bit, but I wasn't like inundated with them. You know, I had friends who just had hundreds of them. One friend who had thousands. Not me. But, you know, either way, he sent me this, he sent me some pictures of a comic book that he got over the weekend at some comic book convention. And I used the photos that he sent me, and I went online and I found the original comic book, scans of this original comic book. And it's from November 1944. And it's a Captain Marvel comic book. And in this issue, it says, Captain Marvel runs for president. Also, the world's mightiest mortal visits Dayton, Ohio. So there's this whole storyline in this particular issue of Captain Marvel where he comes to Dayton, Ohio. And he comes to Dayton, Ohio. And I didn't really know this, but I guess Captain Marvel has an alias. But this alias came to Dayton, Ohio to cover a story about 2 U.S. servicemen in World War II who were coming to Dayton to promote the sale of war bonds. And while they were here, there were a couple of Japanese spies who were trying to disrupt their visit. But during the story, these soldiers are interviewed by actual reporters from WHIO radio. And they're in the comic book. The call letters on the microphone are in the comic book. They also mention a couple of the former editors of the Dayton Daily News and Journal Herald, and they were real people. One of those people, Walter Locke, who was a former, I guess, editor-in-chief, his picture's on the wall in this building. I thought that was kind of neat. They also talked to, I guess, a reporter from WING. But I posted these pages on my Facebook. So if you'd like to check it out and read the story, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see your hometown station mentioned that way. Man, I'd love to be in a comic book. For sure.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper.
It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Local CVS.
Minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Sierra Lawson on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO, Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Just want the radio on. Okay, I see we need to kill 2 hours.
Who is this clown?
First name, Todd.
That show, off the radio.
Do you listen?
He makes me laugh.
He's tolerable.
You can hear for yourself.
5 o'clock every day.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Funny guys are dangerous. They'll make you laugh and laugh and laugh, and then boom, you're naked.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Got a Florida man story, Florida woman story coming up. But first, I have to get to this. I just heard Sierra talking about the swimming pool recall. And I was going to mention this a little bit later. I'll touch on it again, but I'm sure she'll mention it a few more times. Millions of above ground pools being recalled. Millions. That is a lot of swimming pools. A lot of swimming pools. But we'll get that. But the reason I bring that up, over the weekend, I did something that I have not done, and I'm going to guess, probably 20 years. And it's something that I haven't done for probably 35 years here in the United States. Over the weekend, I went swimming. Now, I know this doesn't sound like a big deal to anybody else, right? Oh, he went swimming. A lot of people go swimming, right? I generally don't go swimming. I like swimming, but I'm very self-conscious of my body. And I don't take my shirt off in public because I'm a big guy and I'm just very self-conscious about that. And I've always been that way. Well, I wasn't always that way. I was completely oblivious to it until I was about 13, and then some wise guy said something to me, and then after that, I never took my shirt off again. But the last time I went swimming was, I think, like 2005 in France, where I knew nobody would know me. And I took my shirt off. And even then, it was somebody's backyard pool. And there was really nobody else there. But over the weekend, Mary and I were invited to go swimming. And we went to someone's house. And lo and behold, I took my shirt off. And I swam for the first time in 20 years. The first time shirtless in over 35 years. And boy, oh boy, did I get a sunburn. Holy cow. I am in so much pain right now, you have no idea. Because I was, I'll be fine. I don't need any sunscreen. Mary, of course, was like, I'm going to lather it on her, she put it on. I even helped. That was the best part of the day. But I thought, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And we were only in the water for maybe an hour. Then we sat out for maybe a half an hour. And then it was time to go because we had tickets to go see the Dragons on Saturday night, which was a fun time. Posted pictures of that. But man, oh man, I've got a sunburn. Now, it's not the worst sunburn I've ever had. There's been 2 other times when I've had sunburns that almost made me incapable of getting out of bed. The first one, and I was reminded of this Friday night or Saturday night at the ball game when a friend of mine, Jamie, mentioned, because I was, whining about my sunburn. She said, I remember you telling this story on the Kent Voss show of you getting a really bad sunburn from a tanning bed. And it's true. The first sunburn I got, really bad sunburn, I was working at a radio station here in town, and we got some sort of deal with Gold's Gym. If you remember Gold's Gym back on Kingsridge Drive behind the Dayton Mall. We got a membership as employees of this radio station. We got a free membership. Well, they had a tanning bed. And I thought, well, I want to work on my tan. I feel like I look better when I've got some color to my face, blah, 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 blah. And but I'd never been to a tanning bed before. So I go to the tanning bed, or I go to the place, the Gold's Gym, and I ask the guy working at the desk, I'm like, hey, I don't know much about these tanning beds. I've never done it before. How long do you think I should stay in there? And without missing a beat, he says, no more than 20 minutes. Now, for you folks who have used tanning beds over the years, you know that the first time you go into a tanning bed, you shouldn't be in there for 20 minutes. You should be in there for maybe 5 minutes. That's what they say. But I just listen to the guy because I don't know. I don't know nothing about the tanning beds. I thought he was the expert. So I get my tan, or I'm in the bed, and I feel the heat, and I get the tan. But like most sunburns, they don't hit you until later. The first day is not so bad. It's really the next day, and in some cases, the week after. I had lines on my body, vertical lines, like the bulbs in the tanning bed. I looked like a zebra. I had these red lines just down my body, front and back, from shoulder all the way down to my toesies. That was something to remember. And I feel like a picture was taken of that, but I don't know. And then the second time, it was me just being an idiot. I was in the Bahamas. And I thought, well, I'm going to go out. I'm going to swim in the ocean, darn it. So I went out to the ocean. Now I was only in the ocean for maybe a half an hour. But, you know, when you're in the Bahamas, because of the curvature of the earth, if you know how the equator works, usually at the equator, the sun is really something. And boy, oh boy, that was I felt like I had blisters on my shoulders. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. It was just the worst. Now, the burn that I got over the weekend, not nearly anything like that, really, either like any of the two previous, but boy, oh boy, I'm a little sensitive. You know what I mean? Usually I wear like an undershirt. Not today, because it was just too much. So just as a fair warning, if you have never gone out and spent any time in the sun, don't do it. Don't do it. We have a Florida man.
Florida man shines with every single crime, stupefying and delicious. Some might even think fictitious. Florida man is always ambitious.
Well, we got a Florida man and a Florida woman story. This first one, it's a Florida man. Brooksville, Florida man faces charges after troopers say he rode his riding lawnmower onto a toll road while drunk. A couple of people sent me this story. This happened on the Suncoast Highway, wherever that is. According to Florida Highway Patrol, dispatchers received calls from multiple witnesses around 8:30 Friday morning. Man was operating a lawnmower erratically, driving down the highway. After the suspect was pulled over, troopers say the man showed several signs of impairment. He refused a field sobriety test, and he was arrested. And that story caught my attention, especially, or I made note of it because, and I posted pictures of this on Saturday afternoon after our swimming trip. I stopped to get gas at the Marathon in Beaver Creek. And as I was finishing up, I see a guy come around the building. He was a shirtless guy, and he was riding on a John Deere. And I thought, well, is he mowing the lawn? Is he mowing the lawn there at the Marathon? But then I see him. He just keeps driving, and he gets up to the exit from the Marathon onto Dayton Xenia Road. And I see that in his right hand, he's got a 2-liter of Pepsi. And then once the traffic is cleared, he just crosses the highway, cuts through the business parking lot that's across the road and off into the neighborhood. And I thought, oh, this guy, this guy in Florida is doing the highway thing on his lawnmower. This guy in Beaver Creek, similar situation. I don't know that the guy in Beaver Creek had been drinking, but he didn't want to walk, so he hopped on the John Deere. And then we got our Florida woman story here.
She's totally crazy. She ain't no lady. Mouth grin, smells of gin. She's really wild, yeah, doing it trailer style.
All right, I'm cutting that one short. I still got to cut that down. Florida woman is facing charges after cops say she attacked another driver with bear mace. After that driver drove around her car and ran over a chicken that was crossing the road. I know it sounds like a joke, but it's 100% true. 38-year-old woman has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery and 1 count of burglary with assault or battery in connection with the event that took place in Key West. The suspect apparently stopped in an intersection to let a chicken cross the road. The car behind them honked, became impatient, and then passed them on the left side and then ran over the chicken, killing the bird. So the original driver who stopped, the suspect, wanted to teach that woman a lesson. So she followed the car, caught up with her, and then at some point tried to open her car door. Struggle ensued, and it was at that point the suspect pulled out her bear mace and sprayed it into the vehicle, spraying the victim directly in the face, who was seated behind the wheel. The suspect drove away from the scene, but she was later arrested and charged. It sounds like a joke, like the chicken crossing the road, but nope, not a joke. What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out. Double D.
Double L.
T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Ground pools are being recalled in the U.S. We'll have more at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Back to the show, everybody.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, we talked about this on Thursday or Friday. This is that story of the Kiss Cam debacle. The CEO of some major technology company called Astronomer, his name was Andy Byron. He was at that Coldplay show with his girlfriend, not his wife. She was elsewhere. But he was at the Coldplay show with his girlfriend, who also happens to be the head HR person of the company that he was running. And they were caught on the Kiss Cam, embraced, and then embarrassed. Well, over the weekend, he finally resigned. And you knew that was coming. Anytime a CEO gets busted publicly for some sort of sexual inequity, he's gone or she's gone. Now, this raises the question, though. He resigned. They announced it over the weekend. Not heard anything about her position because she's the HR person. She's the person you go to when there are shenanigans going on at the office. She's the one you complain to, at least her department, maybe not her personally. She was busy with the CEO. She don't have time for that. But I wonder if she'll resign or she'll get fired. That'd be interesting to see what occurs. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Coming up,
T-double-D.
H.
Double-L.
S-T. can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO. This is the
Lana, what I'm suggesting is if she would get fired, that could lead to a lawsuit that she could turn around and sue. That happens all the time. I know it's not illegal, but there are bylaws of many corporations that say that anybody in a leadership position caught having an illicit affair with a subordinate could be grounds for dismissal. And this guy resigned, I'm sure, before the board said, you need to resign or we're going to fire you. That's what I'm talking about.
Anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now, who would like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Join me Friday. I'm going to be out at the My USA Credit Union in Moraine, 3115 South Dixie Drive. We'll be there from 11 to 1. You can stop by and learn about all the great things that My USA Credit Union have to offer. Maybe you're looking for a new loan, mortgage loan, auto loan, a lifestyle loan. I like the name of that. That's so cool sounding. A lifestyle loan. And we'll be grilling out hot dogs. So, and we'll have prizes. We'll have some prizes, stuff you can register for to win. That's 11 to 1 this Friday, 3115 South Dixie Drive, My USA Credit Union. Hopefully we'll see you out there. Maybe if you get a chance to break away during your lunch, you can come by and see us. I love this. This is one of our newer features, the weirdest news you're going to hear today.
Some weird news of the world.
That is bizarre.
The weirdest thing I've heard today.
Where do you get this stuff?
I found a sensational story, like weird news. I thought I heard it all till now.
Well, I saw this story over the weekend, and I'm just, I'm really captivated by it because we've all heard of people impersonating police officers, right? You hear this. Sometimes they're folks that maybe wanted to be police officers, but for whatever reason weren't able to. So they buy a uniform and they buy a fake badge, and they maybe even get a vehicle that looks like a police car. Maybe they decorate it a little bit to look like a police car. I mean, that's illegal. You can't do that, but people do it anyway. But I've never heard of a story where somebody was impersonating not just a firefighter, but an entire fire department. This is crazy. This was in Southern California. And over the weekend, police raided a multi-million-dollar mansion that has been reportedly hiding a fake fire department for at least a decade. So this guy, his name is Steve Farzam. He's 46 years old. I guess he's a millionaire. His family has some sort of stake in the hospitality industry. But on his property, they found, during this raid, they found emergency vehicles, some covered in decals referencing the Santa Marta Fire Department, an organization that prosecutors said was made up. Not even, I guess, maybe not even a real community. But he bought, with his wealth, retired fire trucks and other equipment. They found emergency lights used by police and firefighters, scammed California exempt license plates, fake first responder ID cards, and an unspecified amount of ammunition. The neighbors said that the man had always been very attentive and checked in with his elderly neighbors, even opening testing facilities during the COVID-19 pandemic, claiming to be an expert in the emergency medicine field. This guy, this guy had his own fire department. But, you know, he's now facing charges. Some of the specific examples of wrongdoing, including using a fake fire department SUV to get into the burn zone of the Palisades fire in January, claiming that he was with the Los Angeles Fire Department. So this citizen, this scammer, fake firefighter citizen, had all the gadgets, had the uniforms, had the trucks. I mean, when I say it's a fire truck, it was a fire truck. I saw video of this. This was like a huge tanker truck that you see, you know, blazing down the road to go put a fire out or get a cat out of a tree or something. But this guy, he had the full deal. He reportedly returned the next day in a firefighter uniform and committed a similar crime months later, claiming to be a security guard. And this was during that Palisades fire. Man, he wanted real badly to be a firefighter. Then just go become a firefighter. I mean, he's 46 years old. I don't know what the rules are. I'm not sure that you can go to the fire academy and become a firefighter at 46, but Lord knows there are volunteer firefighters that are of that age. I'm sure of it. I don't know what the rule is in California, but he could actually be a real guy and actually go out and fight fires. Now, it doesn't say whether he actually tried to put out a fire. Maybe he just showed up wanting access. It'd be interesting to know if he ever took his big tanker truck out just for joyrides and turned on the lights and raced through the city, you know, pretending that he was a firefighter. That is crazy. That is crazy. 937-457-1290 is our number. We got a couple of recalls to talk about.
Are you satisfied with our product?
No, not at all.
It's junk.
What a ripoff.
Down the recall.
I want my money back.
It's junk.
What a ripoff.
It fell apart pretty quick.
You ripped me off.
I want my money back.
Well, you've heard Sierra talking about this first one, but I wanted to go a little more in depth because when I saw it, I wasn't quite sure what they were talking about. Now, I don't have an above ground swimming pool. Mary and I have talked about it off and on, maybe since we went swimming over the weekend, that maybe we might be more interested in that. I don't know. We're discussing it. But millions of above ground swimming pools are being recalled. Now, I wanted to be clear on this. It doesn't seem like they're saying you have to return the pool, right? Because that's lots of times when you hear a recall, that's what you think. You think something is not working and you have to return it to the manufacturer, return it to the store from which you bought it, that kind of thing. But they say approximately 5 million pools, swimming pools, above ground swimming pools have been recalled. And these were pools that were sold under the names of Bestway, Intex, and Polygroup. And they're being recalled because of a drowning hazard. And this is what I didn't understand. They say that these particular above ground pools sold since 2002 and are 48 inches or taller have, I guess, straps around the outside of the swimming pool. They're called compression straps. And the way they're attached, it gives kids access to climbing into the pool easily. Whereas, you know, maybe, and I don't know. I don't have an above ground pool. I guess if you've got little ones, there might be a way to, lock up the ladder so they can't get in on their own when you're not paying attention. I'm not sure if that's the case, but these particular pools have this compression wrap that they say that it gives them footholds, so they can climb into it. And there's even a picture of it on WHIO.com of a kid kind of like standing on this particular strap. And unfortunately, sadly, there have been 9 deaths of children between the ages of 22 months and 3 years old. Kids who've managed to climb on those footholds and fall into the pool and drown. Customers who have the recalled pools are advised to make sure that children cannot access the pool unattended or drain the pool until a repair can be installed. There is a repair kit available. It's free. So go to WHIO.com and you can find the story about the recalled swimming pools. Because, 5 million pools nationwide since 2002. You know that somebody here in the Miami Valley probably has this particular pool or these types of pools. So it's worth taking a look at your pool and seeing what the story is. The second recall, this is kind of an odd recall. I'm not sure what the issue is, and they didn't say in the story. But the Food and Drug Administration announced a recall of tens of thousands of cases of deodorant. Deodorant. The FDA said it was recalled for what they call CGMP deviations. I've never heard of that. But the acronym means Current Good Manufacturing Practice. These are the rules that the FDA uses to make sure that a product is safe, has the strength and the ingredients that is advertised in commercials and on the side of the, in this case, the stick of deodorant. But the story doesn't say what the problem is. It just says that these products were affected and they need to be discarded. I want to know why. Why? What is it? The following products were sold at Dollar Tree, Walmart, and Amazon. The Power Stick for Her Roll-On Powder Fresh Antiperspirant Deodorant. The Power Stick Invisible Protection Roll-On Antiperspirant Deodorant, Spring Fresh. And the Power Stick Original Nourishing Invisible Protection Roll-On Antiperspirant Deodorant. Those are really long-winded names for deodorants. Holy cow. But if you happen to be one of those Power Stick users, you might check out WHIO.com. Doesn't tell you what the problem is, but it'll tell you the case number, and it'll be on the side of the deodorant, and you'll have to make the choice. Do you live on the edge and keep using it, or do you get rid of it and get some new deodorant? But you can find out more on WHIO.com.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper. It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
How's that ice cream?
Oh my good.
WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill, WHIO Dayton, Ohio, the birthplace of aviation.
The Dayton International Airport is set to receive some upgrades thanks to millions of dollars in state funding. We'll have more at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Welcome back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
How's that ice cream?
Oh my goodness, this ice cream here is so good. All this excitement has got me jonesing for some ice cream.
Want some ice cream right now, man?
Definitely devoured that ice cream.
Want to go get some ice cream? We'll have so much ice cream, we'll never stop puking.
Is that ice cream? The only good thing about being wounded in the buttocks is the ice cream.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up and rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Mark your calendars. I'm very, very excited about this. Sunday, August 3rd, 2 to 4, we're going to be holding the first Evening Edge Ice Cream Social. This is just an opportunity for the Edge Heads to get together and have some ice cream and hang out. And win some prizes. We'll have some stuff to give away. And it's just right there in the middle of the day on Sunday afternoon. It's after morning church, before evening church. Come on out. I mean, why not, right? And the ice cream is excellent. And this is at the Airline Dairy Cream in Vandalia, 2024 North Dixie Drive. We'll be there 2 to 4. And I'd love to see you there. And if it goes well, the idea is that we spread this out. We go to different ice cream places throughout the Miami Valley and do it there. So that way we kind of hit all of the areas. There's edge heads all over the place. So hopefully this will be a success. I'm sure it will. And we'll this maybe become a thing. Maybe it'll do this every summer. That would be fun. All right, well, there you go. That's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. We'll be back tomorrow just after 5. Don't forget to get the podcast of this show at eveningedgetodd.com and all your other favorite podcast platforms. And you can go back and watch the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Now, I need to go home and lather up with some aloe, because this sunburn is really uncomfortable. Really, really uncomfortable. All right. Have a terrific night. We'll see you tomorrow.
So that's it?
I'm afraid so.
That was exciting.
But I've heard enough of this weird crap.
We'll try again tomorrow. Yeah.
That's all for tonight, folks.
All right, we'll see you next time. So pull the plug already.
Have a good one, everybody.